Up next, we have Damon Martin with MMA Fighting.
Hey Glover, congratulations on the win. Obviously, Anthony came out with a very fast start, and then you kind of weathered the storm and came back. Did you kind of expect that at the start of the fight?
Yeah, I knew Anthony was gonna come to finish the fight. Anthony is a tough son of a gun, man, and he got some power, he got some knockout, and I knew he was gonna come and throw. I like this type of fighter. I like the fight for me, and I was expecting that. I just I knew I have to adjust the situation. My coach was telling me to let go my hand, let go your hands, let go your hands. But like I wasn't finding the distance, so I was like I have to adjust the distance. And late in the second round, I start hitting more and figured out that he's stopping more in front of me. So that's when I start getting my fight in my way.
You you knocked him down in the third. You had him down again bad in the fourth. Were you surprised that he was able to continue at that point, or that the referee didn't stop it? Because there were a couple of moments where it looked like it could have been stopped.
Looking now, I everybody saying Anthony was moving every time the referee say, but he's a lion heart, man, and but the referee should like maybe stop the fight. Thinking about it now, I mean, even though he was moving, but he wasn't doing anything to, he's just getting beat up, and I hate to see a guy like that. He broke his tooth one time over there. He's giving the tooth to the referee. So, I just hate to hurt a guy like that, man. Anybody, and I hope he's okay.
Yeah. You've obviously been in wars yourself, and you want to have every opportunity to come back and allow the referee to give you a chance to come back. But is there a moment in that as you go in that fifth round and you ended it pretty early, but you got to think to yourself like, man, I almost feel bad putting the punishment on this guy because obviously he was wearing it on his face. I mean, you knew how bad he was hurt.
Yeah, I mean, man, not feel bad. I mean, it was a time of day when he called the referee and say to the referee, I don't know if he do, but he called the referee and said, "Here, ref, I didn't understand what he was saying, but the ref come and he said, my tooth, hold my tooth or something like that, because maybe you don't want the tooth in the floor or something. I don't know." But like then I say to him, I say, "Sorry, Anthony, but it's part of the job, And he say, "Hey, man, it is part of the job." So I like Anthony, man. I don't want to see the guys. I hope he be okay. He went to the hospital, but I hope he be okay, and he will be okay.
Yeah. Last question for me, Glover. Obviously, four big wins in a row. I know Dana mentioned, and maybe you heard, maybe you didn't. He mentioned the possibility of a fight against a guy like Dominic Reyes, Jan Blachowicz, the other guy out there, whoever doesn't end up fighting John Jones next. Can I imagine that you would be interested in either one of those fights?
Yeah. Hey, anyone, man. I mentioned young Bolokovic, because the style I like it. He come forward, he punch. Is my type of fight. But whoever, man, top division, I love it.
Thank you, Glover. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Up next, we have Jay Anderson with Cage Side Press. Your line is unmuted.
Thanks very much, and congratulations, Glover, and thanks very much for taking the time to do this tonight. First, just want to ask, I mean, it seemed like a couple of times you were close to the finish and you started hunting for the submission. Were you specifically looking to submit him because of the comment he made about maybe submitting you leading into the fight?
No, not really. I just I saw submission over there a couple times, and I wanted to go for it. I wanted to get that submission. And I wanted to just take the guy out of there, man. Finish the fight. I hurt my hand. I don't know if you guys can see. It's like pretty bad in the third round, and yeah, I just wanna maybe because I couldn't punch so hard with my right hand anymore, so I was looking for submission.
And there is obviously a lot of talk about the stoppage or the lack of a stoppage, how much heart he had. There's also been a lot of criticism of his corner. Realistically, do you think they should have thrown in the towel?
Um, man, it's tough because you guys like Anthony's people like maybe the referee should stop it too. We're looking now, at that time the ref will say, "Move, fight, move." Well, I'm gonna stop, and every time he moves, he tried to move, but it's a situation that, like, man, the guys start getting beat up and not really doing anything to attack, and yeah, I think the referee should just maybe could stop the fight in the fourth round over there because he wasn't doing much anymore.
The conversation that you had with him tonight, I mean, we were able to hear it on the broadcast. Is that something that's, you've ever had a talk with someone like that before during a fight?
I don't know. I think maybe a couple times, but like with Anthony, I like the guy. We have a good relationship. Every time we see each other, we talk. We have a beer together. And it was a point over there that he give the two to the referee and say, "Hey man, sorry man, part of the job." And one time he was talking about his jiu-jitsu. I was trying to finish him. He's like, "My jiu-jitsu's not so bad, man." Something like that. And just talk and have fun. And was something about the jab too, because his coach will say, "Yeah, you hit him 100% of the jab, man." And I say, "No, not 100%, man. Maybe 50."
All right, and last one for me. I mean, you said ahead of the fight, you tend to watch Tyson videos, Tyson highlights to get yourself pumped up before your own fights. Did you watch any specific fight ahead of this one?
Every time I watch a Holyfield and Tyson, man, um, just because the spirit of Holyfield, the build up of the fight and the spirit of Holyfield, and I did watch the highlights at the way in the bus. When I was in the bus coming to the arena, I watched the Tyson highlights. Going the final countdown, you will put Mike Tyson highlights, final countdown, that music.
Is it the first Holyfield fight or the second one?
The first one. I watched the first one because I just like the spirit, of Holyfield, and I always say, like, move your head like Tyson, hit like Tyson, and the spirit of Holyfield.
All right, man, great stuff. Congratulations again on a fantastic performance tonight.
Thank you.
Up next, we have James Lynch.
Hey, Glover, congratulations on the win. Three quick ones for me. First off, 40 years old and still getting big wins like this. What's the key to longevity in your career? Because not a lot of guys your age are putting on performances like you are.
Discipline, man. My gym t-shirt have the pain of discipline is better than the pain of the regret. And discipline, um, learning, open the mind, the help from a PI, help from a trifecta. Thank everybody, my coaches, listening, and keep a discipline, man. Right now, I'm going home, take a week off, get this thing done, and get back to training.
And when you say discipline, is that, your diet? Is that, maybe not doing as much sparring to sort of, keep your career going a bit longer? Are those things that you've sort of looked at?
No, I spar a lot. I spar a lot, to be honest. In camp, I
Mhm.
spar a lot, but like I do a lot of sparring, man. It's my main thing. I was doing too much conditioning back then, and sparring. That's what the problem. But now we do a lot of 5 round sparring. That's why we're able to keep fighting like then in the later rounds. But discipline right now. When I go back, I just keep myself in a great condition. I put myself in a conditioning and hit some pads, drilling. Yeah, no sparring until the camp coming. Soon they call the fight. 8 weeks before we get back to sparring.
I know you said earlier you'll fight anyone they give you next. Where is Corey Anderson on that list? Just because that was your last loss. I know he's coming off a loss himself, but is that a fight you'd like to get back?
Yeah, man. I don't take anybody. I fight anybody, man. But yeah, Corey Anderson is like he's back in the list. I kind of wanna fight the top three guys right there. I say John Blakovic is like Jan Blakovic, right? I say right the name. It's
Yeah.
difficult, but that'd be a good fight, man. I like the style, but I fight. I'm not here to choose a fight, man. Especially this time right now. I just want to take a week off, 2 weeks off, and relax for a little bit. But anybody.
And last question for me. You're very close to getting another shot at the title. And John Jones, his last two fights have been very close. The split decision in the last fight, some people felt like Dominic Reyes won that. Do you see some weaknesses in Jones's game now with the fact he's been pushed twice now to the brink?
Yeah, I mean, different. John Jones is he's a great fighter, man. And but he's different. He's different fighter than when we fought. I'm a different fighter, and I just want to take another shot at that title, man, for sure. That'll be a dream. That's my dream. And no doubt that I want to fight him again.
Congratulations and thank you for the time.
Thank you.